Thank God it's another week. How was your weekend? I hope you have rested enough for you to start this brand new week. And I hope, and pray that God is going to, help us achieve all our goals, all our heart desires for this week. So I hope you're ready for the week. And as we are ready, you can see I'm ready for the week. And then today we are going to be talking about branding. Yes, it is a brand new week, and we are going to be talking about the topic branding, business branding. What is branding to you, or what do you think? Why do you think people need to have a brand, or what type of brand do you think there is? Definitely we have different types of brands, and human beings can be a brand also. So it is not just your business, even though you can be your business also. So you should know we have different types of brands, and then we have reasons why people do branding, why branding is really important when you have a business. It is a morning drive live on ECWA Television Africa. My name is Magdalene Azal, and yes, thank you for joining me. And you can also send in your contribution on Facebook as we are live, even as we go into the topic branding. What is branding to you? Well, branding involves the creation and promotion of a business product image. The key word here is image. What are you promoting? Why do you have to promote it? You have to have that in mind before you think of brand, before you think of, making it come to reality. Why are you making that product? All you have to put it in your branding. Branding is what tells people who you are, or what tells people what products you're bringing out for them to buy. Okay, so when you're thinking of branding, you should think of if you want people to see you like this, or you want people to perceive you like this. And don't forget that branding involves, there are people who everything can be branding though. There are brands, and then there are brands, actually, because there are people who promote low quality brands. There are people who have like high quality brands. So you have to know what kind of brand you're bringing out to the people. As humans, we talk about brands. I am also a brand because I am here, telling you all these things, and then somebody somewhere is seeing me in a way. So how do I want people to see me is what we are talking about today. So you have to know that as a brand, you have high, middle, and then low quality. So where do you want to associate yourself with? That is what we'll be talking about. And then it's a crucial element in making a memorable impression on customers, making them aware of your product or services, and persuading them to recall and or engage with your business. Branding makes people recall, like, okay, it is a memorable impression you leave on people. When people hear about your brand, or when people see your brand, already they have something in mind that comes to them. What is that thing you're leaving? What is that impression you're leaving people with? Is it this high quality brand, or is it that brand that is not even good self? I beg, no go buy himself. If you buy, go enjoy them. There are so many brands out there that when people use, they don't go back to it, and in fact they even stop people from using, because they know that what they are going to get is not what they were actually looking for. So if you want to have a brand, please, you have to take your time and then bring out something that is really quality, like it is something that people would really want to use, and then go back the next time. It doesn't matter how expensive, sometimes it doesn't really matter how expensive it is or something is, but if you bring out a very good quality, people will come back to it. But when you bring out something and then maybe you even put that kind of high money on it, and people just come, when they see it, they'll be like, what is this? I bought this thing so expensively, and then this is what I'm getting. No, I can't use this thing. And then the next time somebody is there, they won't refer the person to it. But if your brand is good, trust me, people will rush it. Forget about, and most times people think, okay, I want to do inferior something because like at least people would so that people can be able to buy. It doesn't really necessarily mean that people will come back buying it, because if they use it and it's not good, why would they come back buying it? But when you take your time and then do something that is of quality, trust me, even if it's 1, 2, 3 people that will buy at first, because of how good the quality is, people will go back telling people, forget the fact that this thing is expensive, but this is exactly what you are going to get if you try using this brand. So please package yourself well. And people are so in a hurry to have, okay, I am a brand. How are you making sure that you are a good brand? It is the very important thing that you need to put in your mind, or you need to put in the back of your mind. Why are you a brand? And then what level of a brand are you? You have to check all these things before you now say, okay, this is me, and then this is my brand. And then just the way I said, quantity and quality. And then sometimes it's the quality versus quantity. So you have to put yourself in a place. And then there are some of the brand identity encompasses colors, logos, customer services, quality products, and then price and purpose, packaging, and then collection of messages. See, when you're talking about a brand, definitely you will talk about how you take that brand out there for people to see. Yeah. One thing you should know is that, I know you may think like, colors, why is color, very important in business? Color is very, very important in business, especially when you're talking about your brand. Okay, let me talk about, if you're bringing out a label about you, or maybe about your business, if the label, the colors, the writing, or the how the design, or everything you have to put on that card that you're going to give to people. Sometimes people may not even, maybe if they collect your card, they may not want to even check it, but immediately they see some kind of, colors on it, they'll be like, oh, let me check what's here. And then already, it will capture their minds to read what is on that logo, or sorry, what is on that card. So you have to know that, colors really matter, especially when you want to bring out your brand out there for people to see. And then another thing is your logo. If you check it, so many products we have out there, sometimes you will see, you don't need to even write the name of the product doesn't even have to be there, but already the person, if somebody sees a type of logo already, the person knows that, okay, this is from this brand. You understand? So you have to have a logo that represents your business, or that represents you. And then another thing also is customer service quality. To be honest, when you're talking about branding, it doesn't just stop at you having the product. It doesn't stop at you having a label. It goes beyond that. When you have a customer and then you have ill manner, people would not want to patronize you. People will not want to even associate with your brand. So you have to know that your customer service is really, really important. How you talk to your customers, how you relate with your customers is really important. So just don't leave it there at, okay, I am a brand and I can do whatever I want to do. I have high quality. Trust me, so many people would rather go and then buy anything else and not use you because of the kind of services you give to them. How do you talk to your customers on phone? It matters, So it is not only when you come in contact with your customers, that is the customer service. No, even the way you talk to them, the way you make your deliveries, how swift you make your deliveries, and then how you just package yourself as a whole really, really matter, okay? So don't just think it is just for you to bring out a label or bring out your good brand and then everything is okay. No, you have to know how to go around customers, because trust me, customers are always right. No matter how not right they are, customers are always right. You can't remove that. I can remember during the weekend, actually I went to get something somewhere, and then I knew the woman didn't have the freezer, but I just asked. I said, Madam, is the drink cold? And then somebody was like, are you seeing this place? She does not have a fridge, and you're asking her. And then in my mind, I'm like, okay, I was just trying to joke with this woman. Why is somebody taking it like it's a problem? And then, but I now realize that, this is something that people go through like almost all the time, having to deal with customers and then their way of, approaching them, which sometimes is not right, but still yet you have to deal with your customers the right way. Excuse me. And then another thing again, we need to talk about this product quality. Okay, I've been emphasizing on that. You have to have a good product quality, price and purpose. You have to know that your price should be fair. You know, sometimes your brand can be like, okay, if I want to have like, okay, I can have this good quality, but I would want people to associate my brand with, like, okay, we have a good quality, but we are also affordable. And trust me, when you are affordable and then people can buy and rely on you, then definitely you have more patronage. So please try and be affordable. There are people who are very good, but they are not affordable. And then so many people cannot, patronize them with the way things are even going right now as small businesses. Like, I understand that things are very expensive, but still yet you have to, there are people who really want to just put so much money in their products. But please, if you're bringing out a product, try and then minimize, or try and then reduce the prices you attach your products with, so that at least people that can afford you, even human beings, just the way I said, there are brands, and then there are sometimes people can invite you to somewhere, maybe probably to talk on something or to do something. There are people who you can't just call them and say, okay, come to this place and do this thing, and then this is the kind of money they will call for you, be like, are you serious? But this is just, and sometimes it's just for you to help other people grow, but still yet the money that is being attached to it is really outrageous. So please reduce a little so that also people can benefit from you. It doesn't have to be you benefiting all the time, from other people because they patronize you. So try and reduce your cost. How to build a brand identity and increase brand awareness. Referring to the ability of people to correctly recognize and identify a brand when presented with an item or its packaging. There are sometimes that already when you see the way something is packaged, the name doesn't even need to be written on it. Already okay, this is from this brand. And then another one is brand recall. You don't have to even see it, but when people talk about a particular, maybe they say, oh, I really want to get so thing, and then you'll be like, oh, just go to this thing, because the person already knows the brand that can suit what you're looking for. They will just refer it already to it, even without having a picture or having to see it before they recognize it. Already they have the kind of thing you do, so they can actually refer somebody to that product already. And then another one is top of mind awareness. Already you are when they talk about a product, you are the one in people's minds. So please, if you're building a brand, are you building a brand that, okay, people would want to have you constantly in their minds, or you want the one that people will say, having you in their mind can be negative and positive also. So you have to know that. Sometimes it can be like, okay, this is the product, but it's a bad one. Another one is because of their experience with you. So another one is, this is a product and it's a good one. So which one do you want, or which one would you prefer people to keep in mind whenever they talk about your brand? So please be a good brand. And today I would like us to, take on our video for the day. It is from a mechanic who is doing so well. And yes, we are talking about brand. This is his own brand. So I'll be right back.
Okay, my name is Ido Ibrahim. I work on Range Rover and BMW. I started this job when I left my primary school. Be doing this job because I have to have something doing. And since when I'm doing it, I've been achieving something from it very well. I train more than 20, 30 children now. They are working in Abuja, everywhere. This is what I do for my daily living. Feeding my children, sending my children to school fees. I have more than 4 or 5 children that have left university now. This is the work I'm doing to feed them. Okay, the economy of the country affects our own work too. Because if the economy is not good, we too will not have people to bring the work to do for us. We open here by 8. We don't have time for closing here. We close 12, 11, 6, 7, 8. If you have a job on the ground, we have to do it. So we close late sometimes. My advice for people at home that they have left school, they don't have job or something, at least they should come out to look for this type of job, at least to help themselves, to feed themselves and their family, at least to help them. Yes, we used to have challenges. Most work, you must have some challenges that at least sometimes you have challenge in the work. But by the grace of God, you get rid of it. Sometimes jobs give you problems when doing. You keep your head and at least find a solution to tackle the problem. That's just the challenges. Sometimes we have problem with spare parts because we have to send for it from Lagos to bring it here. Sometimes car break down. The owner of the car will not understand. He wants his car to be okay immediately. So that's some challenges we have. Sometimes we have people who will drop their car, they will not bring money to collect it. Mostly, they will drop car here, they will not come and carry it. So that's just the challenges. Ba tem combine, não tem combine não. Vai pôr a panela tem combine não. Gadi chão. I would say it's lack of work because if they have something doing, they will not even think of those things. You can see these children are here since morning now. They don't have even time to say they want to go and do anything there. It's lack of work. If somebody's at home, is not doing anything, that's why we will think of something else. But they have something doing. The government, of course, is affecting it because of the economic. And some people are lazy, safe. For them to look for what to come out and do, at least. If you can come out and look for something, you must get something to do. That's just it. If government is not helping you, help yourself.
If the government cannot help you, come out and help yourself. You have heard, this beautiful advice, come out, do something, be a brand. Don't just sit down and say you're expecting anybody or the government to do something for you. You'll be frustrated. The economy is not smiling on anyone. So you have to, come out, do something, no matter how small you start, with the right market, the right packaging, the right, branding, the right environment, you are going to succeed. So don't sit down thinking like, okay, this world, this thing is not happening, this country is like, you keep complaining. Just the way he said, if you stay at home, you would definitely think of so many evil things that you would want to go out there and do. Look at this young young children. Some of them are not even up to 10, but they are there, 10, 15, but they are there, trying to make themselves useful. If their parents don't see anything good in taking these children to that place to start working, then they won't be there. But they know how important it is for these children to be involved in working, so that at least at the end of the day they'll make useful of their time. So please, you have to be ready to make yourself a brand, or bring out something out of what you know. Because trust me, you can't just sit down and say God did not bless you with anything. It's not possible. God has blessed humans with so many abilities and capabilities. So please look for your own and make it a brand. Before we go, I would like to check some 4 steps to building a successful brand. And the first one is define how you want to be perceived. Just the way I said, how do you want people to perceive you? If, for example, you have a restaurant and then I go to eat in your restaurant, what do I have at the end of the day to say about your restaurant? Oh, this restaurant had a nice place, or oh, I had a nice time eating. Oh, their services was good. Like, what do you want people to say about your brand? You have to define that, and you have to know exactly what you want. And then the next one is organize your business based on these promises. Trust me, when you define your plan, then you have to have, like, especially in your cards or in your label, you have description of how you want people, what you do, your services there, and then how you would want people to see you. And if you describe all these things in your card, or if you describe all these things in your label, then you have to know that you have to give exactly what you're defining, or what you wrote there. If you have bags, shoes, especially like some people who will have businesses, you see on their cards, they will have bags, shoes, what, all these things. When somebody comes to you, is it what you said you're delivering to the person, or is it what you said you have that the person is getting? Or especially those doing online businesses, what you promised people to give them, is that exactly what you are going to give them? Because it is a promise you're giving people out there, and you have to stick to your promise. And then communicate your promise, all of your marketing materials, in everything you do. You have to put everything. We do this, we do that, we do, like, everything you want people to know about you. You have to communicate to people on your label, okay, so that people will get to know, okay, this is what we are doing, and then this is how we are going about it. And the last one is be consistent. After defining how you want to be perceived, then organizing your business based on this perception and communicating this promise, you must be consistent. You can't, just have a business and then you promise people things, and then at the end of the day, you don't want to follow up with what you have promised people. People will lose interest in your business or your brand. So please, if you're doing something, or if you're bringing out something out of something, make sure that all the promises you have given to people out there, you keep to your promise, okay? Don't just, say it because you want to say it and then that's all. Sorry, you need to be consistent in keeping your promise. You said, I will get this, I have to get it, because that's how the customer sees things. Because if you are going to provide, you are a service provider, you are somebody who is providing something to somebody. If I come to you, I should be able to get exactly what you promised me. That is what consistency is when you talk about branding. So thank you very, very much. This is a topic. Most of the topics we've been talking about these days are really large, but our time is really short. But I know you have learned, even in what we have talked about. And I will leave you with my daily quote from Proverbs 21:5, which says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. And on this note, I would want you to know that to be a real brand may take a little more time than you imagine. But with patience comes greatness. God bless you all. Have a fruitful, blissful, and wonderful week ahead.